Terror on the Tube.
Welcome to Terror on the Tube, where we watch and discuss horror and suspense made for TV movies from the 70s, 80s, and, on a rare occasion, thankfully, the 1990s.
We have to a couple.
I am Gil Mandrell, and my co-hosts are, as always, Pumpkinhead Peter.
Oh, me? Okay.
You, yes.
Hi.
And the always wonderful, effervescent, and always every day is Halloween. Let's just put it that way, folks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because of the pumpkins in the background. I was trying to think.
Huh? Okay.
I don't know. It was like the first word that popped in my head.
There's a witch, too.
Horror unicorn, a.k.a.
Yes.
Allyson. What does effervescent mean? Effervescent, isn't it like a bubbly drink or something? Is effervescent?
I think
Yeah,
so.
like your personality is bubbly and sparkly and fun, which is something I remember as a teenager being told at my part-time job at a Hallmark store that I needed to work on my perkiness, and I felt very Wednesday Addams at the time. I was just like, I wanted to retch onto her shoes.
So the fact that I view your Wednesday Addamness as effervescent. I'm just keeping you out of the box, Allyson. I'm just like, that could be an effervescence.
On fire.
Indeed.
If they would.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're here because we're a bunch of savages talking about Savages from 1974. Now, before we get into this movie, I want to say one thing.
Okay.
Holy freaking crap. Talk about weird, serendipitous, coinky-dink fate, whatever the hell you want to call it. I didn't know what this movie was, obviously, because that's one of the shticks of our show, right? That I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember if one of you, somebody said it about it being with Andy Griffith. Somebody said something about Andy Griffith. I don't know how this all happened.
Gareth.
No, I think that was Gareth.
Maybe Gareth. Okay, so that's the only thing I knew going in. He did. He broke the rules. And I didn't look up anything about it before seeing it, but I was looking at something completely unrelated. And I can't remember why I came across it. But at this point, by the way, enough time had passed where I forgot that the next movie we were covering was called Savages. Like, it was one of those situations where I didn't look at the list. I was looking at something completely unrelated, and I was reading something, and it was about, I know what it was. It was because I was looking up if the book Deathwatch had ever been adapted other than the crappy Michael Douglas movie that came out in 2014 called Beyond the Reach.
Remake.
We'll get, well, it's not a remake because remember my rule, if it's based on a book, it's just a reinterpretation. It's reimagining.
The
reason why is because this is my copy of Deathwatch.
You are kidding.
No, wait. I've owned this since I was like in second or third grade. This was my favorite book as a kid. I have literally owned this, but it's from 1984. It's a printing from 84 from like one of those. Remember when we'd have like the book fairs, Allyson, where you could like the weekly reader type shit where you'd put the, this is where I think I got this from when I was in elementary school.
And I was like, what horror book can I get my hands on?
This is the closest they had to a real good horror book. And I remember
cool.
I've had this book for 30 years. No, actually, no, 40 years, 41 years. And I love this story. And I remember when they made the Michael Douglas movie, and I was so annoyed by it because they felt the need to add crap they didn't need to add. And plus, Michael Douglas was not a good choice from the Madec villain character. But then, then it came up with this. There's this other movie, this TV movie called Savage. And I was like, why does that sound so familiar? And I was like, no. And I was like, that's the next movie we're covering. So I was like totally jacked out of my mind. I was like, oh my God. And I will say this. I'm going to lay all cards on the table.
Okay.
First off, I love this TV movie way more than I liked the Michael Douglas Beyond the Reach movie. There's that. But also, having read the book, I haven't read it in a hot minute, but I've read it several times when I was younger. This was way closer to the source material in a lot of ways. And I love Andy Griffith as Madec. In my head, though, because this is one of those books that I like deluded myself that I somehow could get the rights to and make into a movie.
Too late.
This and it would be my interpretation of the material.
Your reimagination.
My interpretation is not a remake because it's based on. I would base it on the book, but I always thought Clancy Brown from Highlander and Pet Sematary 2, and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I was in my head, I thought he would be good as Madec because he's like got that, you know, he's got great charisma, but he's super scary.
With the one with Sidney Poitier, Shoot to Kill, right?
Well, I looked up. I have not seen the remake, but I looked up the poster, and in the poster, the way Michael Douglas is kind of angled and like lit in the photo, I was like, oh, he kind of looks a little like Rutger Hauer, which would be really scary.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer, if R.I.P., would have been amazing.
The Hitcher is such a chilling movie, and I love it.
The Hitcher. I love the Hitcher so much too. It's the classic.
Before we get any further,
yes,
2 things.
Yes,
1, Catherine couldn't make it. She wanted to. She has a connection to this movie. We'll get into it. She mentioned that.
Okay.
But she had to. She had a directing. She's directing the movie.
Nice.
Okay, we'll accept that as a reason.
I'll pass it along.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But we get into the connection. We do need to get into something else, though.
Yes.
Like the synopsis and when this came out. I got a little ahead. I was so jazzed that literally one of my childhood favorite things we were covering.
It's like the first one we did, the haunting.
The haunted.
I think I read a little snippet from the book too.
Yeah,
I had that book for. When I watched the movie, I remember thinking, "Hang on a minute, I remember this," and then I read it. So that's super cool.
Yep.
I'm maybe a little bit envious. I need to get my.
Oh, you should be.
Yes. Let's see. Savages, 1974. It was originally aired on Wednesday, September 11. Ooh.
Really?
1974 on ABC. And here is a lengthier synopsis. Let's see if I can read in this dim light with my old eyes. Ben Campbell, a 22-year-old gas station attendant. Did we establish his age?
No.
In a small desert town, is looking to make some extra money. He is surprised when Madec, a wealthy lawyer, asks him to be his guide in a hunting trip in the desert. It's all true. When Madec accidentally shoots a prospector, he is fearful of what it will do to his reputation and decides to eliminate the only witness, Ben, who is forced to go on the run. In addition to being hunted by Madec, Ben must also contend with the harsh desert elements. But if he does make it back to town alive, will anyone believe his story?
Yeah. So can I also make an observation?
Yes,
what is up with both this movie and the 2014 version not using the title Deathwatch? Like, that's a great title. Why not use Deathwatch? Why this need? First of all, what the hell does Savages have to do with the freaking movie? Like, you think of somebody being savage, right? They're brutal. It's like Hills Have Eyes could have been called Savages because both the hill people and then subsequently the suburban family kind of become very brutal. But there's nothing savage about Ben or Madec for that matter. Madec is very much like this kind of, a gentlemanly, which makes him more chilling in a way, right? Because he's not out of control. He's not. So I don't get the title at all.
Book titles and movie titles tend to change.
They do, but when you've got a decent title,
other things with this title.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get like Beyond the Reach. Why? Like, I don't get why. Why is that the title that you go with? Deathwatch is a good title, right?
But there aren't. Never mind. There are other movies. Movies called Savages. Well, there are other.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies called Savages. Yeah. There's recent movies called. I was actually shocked. There was was it 2012?
Yeah, I think there are movies called Deathwatch too. So that my whole explanation or trying to make sense.
Well, that's the thing. Most titles, especially 1 or 2 word titles, have been used several times. Yeah. There's several. Does
Beyond the Reach not conjure images of like some dude on a couch and the remote control is too
just
far.
Beyond the Reach? Yes. Yeah, and there's even a movie from 2025 called Beyond the Reach, though I don't know if it's a short or not.
I don't know.
Yeah, Beyond the Reach.
In my kitchen when I'm trying to get spices.
Yeah, Beyond the Reach. It's all beyond. Yeah. Anyway,
living over here. Living over here and having the titles Well, sometimes we have the original title over here, and sometimes we had actually, some of the movies had random titles that had nothing to do with the original title. It's weird, both here and in Denmark. But sometimes we had, so it's weird. So
now,
you have it good.
Yeah, oh yes, we do. Peter, had you seen this before or heard of it?
Nope, not at all. And seeing Andy Griffith is like with that pearly white grin of his. That oh my god!
Oh, he's so good. I feel like he's an extremely underrated
bad guy.
Actor. Period. Like I think he, got typecast as golly gee shucks.
This kind of goes against
Andy Taylor. But wasn't he in like a classic Twilight Zone episode where he played like a kind of like a real race? Was he the one that played like a real racist? What am I thinking of? Was it him? Or was that something else?
He was in the Demon Murder case that we covered.
No, this would have been from like the hold on, I'm going back.
Yeah, but he was playing Ed Warren, who is frequently portrayed as an aw shucks kind of guy.
Okay, you know what? That's true, and I take it back. I think it's called A Face in the Crowd. That's the one I was thinking of. He plays like this really just vile guy in it.
That sounds kind of familiar. It's been a minute since I binged a bunch of Twilight Zone.
That is.
Yeah, it's like how they build him. I think it's like he plays this guy that the media builds up. TV woman turns a homespun bum into a rotten media hero. So it's kind of he plays like a really bad guy in that as well. I think maybe the Twilight Zone episode I think it may have been with William Shatner. Didn't William Shatner play like kind of a? Am I remembering that wrong? It's been a minute.
You're kind of all over the. Well, we usually are.
I know we usually are. Less so on this show, to be fair.
Wow.
But yeah. Anyway, so all that being said, so you'd never seen it, you'd never heard of it or any of that, right?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, what about you, Allyson?
No, this one was new to me, and I'll be honest. When I heard the title "Savages," I was like, I really hope that this isn't delving into some kind of weird racist 70s thing. I mean, usually a lot of the made-for-TV movies of this era are pretty well written and thought out. So I wasn't really concerned, but I was like, I don't know about this title.
Yeah.
And then,
I think it's one of those words that, depending on the era and then depending on the context, obviously could be different things to different people. But I feel like I took it as like, getting savage, right? Like being brutal, being not necessarily like referring to, Native Americans or something like that. I took it more as just they're going back to this sort of like all human beings can have that barbarian vibe to them, but I don't get how that fits this movie. It's not even applicable.
Right. I mean, I definitely thought maybe there would be more physical struggle between the two main characters based on the title, but I wasn't disappointed or like bored or I don't know. It was really interesting. And also, I have to say, this movie went at a really quick clip. I felt it's like 112 minutes.
It's super short. The book is a really short book. I mean, it's really
And the story it gets right to it pretty quick, and then you're just in it watching to see what will happen. And this one was breezy, especially because like this era is sometimes known for a slow burn. So if you are shy of 70s made for TV movies because you're not into the pacing, this would be one I feel like you could check out and enjoy.
Totally agree. And it's funny.
Even though he's wandering around in the desert kind of most of the time, well, not most of it, a lot of the time in this movie, it doesn't feel drawn out at all because it kind of fits. And I was thirsty watching this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
The book is the same way. And it's funny you bring it all up about how it just gets right into it. Literally, the book, the first line is, "There he is," Madec whispered, "keep still." It literally starts with Madec trying to shoot the bighorn and Ben telling him, "be careful," blah, blah, blah. All of it plays out again, other than, because I think it's one of those, because it's obviously a book, so they could do this, where it gets things rolling with that inciting incident, and then it does things where as Ben is it's like he remembers how he met Matt. But it's very, and the only difference is they don't oversell it in the movie. In the book, Ben's motivation for why he's willing to do it is he needs money for college. He's trying to go back to college.
Oh, okay.
And he had to like get a work. I don't remember if he's supposed to be working at a gas station or not, but I think he had to go get a job and do all this stuff to pay for it. And he's very working class. And so he needs the money, which is only because he can't stand Madec from the jump. This one, they actually make him seem like he kind of likes Madec a little bit. Madec is a dick from like the word go in the book. He's a total jerk. But that's why I always hit in my head, and I don't mean this like I think this is about Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown seems like in the real life the nicest guy in the world, but that he's good at playing that kind of domineering, like just I could see him being that alpha male kind of guy, and that's why I always had in my head.
You haven't seen that Shoot to Kill with Sidney Poitier?
No,
it is really.
I will
really
add it to my list, Peter. I'm doing it right now as we speak.
It is a really good.
What year did it come out? Do you know?
Well, I can find out.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, So it is interesting too. I do want to talk about this because I think this is fascinating. Words and like how we read them. Had it just been called Savage without the S, like would your reaction have been the same, Allyson? Because my reaction that would have implied again that for me that's more of just the act, like an act, right? And interesting, you add one letter to a stupid word, and all of a sudden it conjures, what it conjures, and it's interesting to me because that's why I took it more about. And my whole point still stands, which is there's still nothing savage other than the landscape.
1988.
Was it 1988? Okay,
yeah.
I'm adding it to my list. Thank you, Peter.
I think I would have. I think if I just hear the word savage, I probably think of like the Sawyer family in Texas Chainsaw, or
we also have
somebody being really brutal. That's. Or, like you mentioned earlier when we were talking, The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
I think because I've heard the word plural hurled at different groups of people.
Yes.
I feel like, throughout the world, I think I was like, ooh, okay.
Adding an S makes it sound like something completely different.
Yeah.
Like you're othering somebody.
Well, I think that what's interesting to me is had they called it, just drop the S, I actually now think the title would be better because savage could be referring to the environment. Because that's what
the
savage.
environment, the cold attitude towards hunting wildlife just for a trophy, not for food, and
all
also
of it,
the rich guy's treatment of everyone else, basically.
Yeah. So I think that could have been a more. So it's just fascinating. Like there's that one little choice.
One letter
in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. I will say I really like this movie a lot. Like I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And
a lot of it actually comes down to Andy Griffith's portrayal.
Oh, he was so good.
He is so despicable.
Yeah, but because he's Andy Griffith, there's that quality that he is despicable, but he's still Andy Griffith. So there's this likability to his face. Yeah. It's really interesting.
I think it makes him more creepy because he is the charming politician or the charming public figure that you want to believe, and you see why people believe him. And he's, he boasts about being an attorney and being able to convince people of things, and he's clearly a sociopath and he likes to manipulate people. And he's all about people are things to him. Everybody's a means to an end. And he puts on a good face though, so people want to believe. If he was like, I don't know, he looked more villainous somehow or looked like a weirdo, people wouldn't listen to him. He would, you have to have that charisma to get away with that much evil.
It's kind of like Leone did in Once Upon a Time in the West, having Henry Fonda as the bad guy and not seeing him until he, spoiler alerts, kind of shoots the kids. And he turns around and you see him with those blue eyes and his plan. I can imagine how people reacted back then. Like, my God, it's
that's the guy from 12 Angry Men. What is happening?
It's Fonda, and that was made deliberately, which probably is.
Did you say Henry or Peter?
Henry.
Oh, Henry. That's what you said. Yeah. Okay.
So that's why Andy Griffith was cast in this one, because
sure, it was totally that. That's probably why he did it. That's right, because he's like, I'm sure he loved it. Anytime he could be cast against type. Now, Sam Bottoms, I recognized him. And isn't there an actor named Timothy Bottoms as well?
I think that's his brother.
Okay, so I couldn't remember. I'm like, why do I know this guy? Blah blah blah. And so first off, what's sad is he passed away in 2008 from brain cancer, apparently, which I had no idea until I just looked it up. But also, he I think was the dad in Dolly Dearest. Do you remember Dolly Dearest?
Yeah, we covered it on when we had the doll theme for
from 1991. You remember that one, Allyson?
Well, I definitely think I watched it a while back. That is a VHS cover I remember from.
Oh yeah, when she's sitting there,
I was
the doll,
very concerned about dolls coming after me in the night and trying to kill me as a child.
See, I have the Chucky. I wish they would put out like a life-size Dolly Dearest doll. That would be awesome.
I wasn't really afraid of Chucky because Chucky was so, in all the previews I saw as a kid, he was so like fast talking, foul mouth. Like you saw him coming. I was worried about specifically like baby dolls and like female dolls with like baby like faces.
You're really
like,
sweet, innocent looking.
Yeah. And I also was terrified. My stepmother, when she started dating my dad when I was 5, she had like very large Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls on her bed. And
Annabelle.
They were, well, see, I didn't know about Annabelle. But I remember seeing them and I was 5. So they were like not that much smaller than me. And I remember looking at them and I was like, I feel like these dolls could take me.
They can take me.
I was just not okay with it. Or my mom had a childhood doll that was like a 3-foot tall Pollyanna doll. Based on
my mom had one of those.
Movie.
Yeah,
and
so my mom had one of those.
Not okay with that either. So there was something in that uncanny valley, and it was specifically, I don't know, Chucky. What I saw, I actually think like just the plain good guy doll would have weirded me out.
That's what. Yeah, more. It's so funny. My sister got that for me as a present, and it's the good guy doll because that's my favorite version of Chucky because he does look. It's just so innocent looking, which is why it's actually scary. Hell no. He's in the box. I haven't taken him out of the box.
Our childhood home, we lived for, I don't know, 17, 18 years, way out in the country. So when it was dark, it was dark. And up in the attic, my mom kept a couple of her old dolls, you know, the baby dolls with the porcelain heads and hands and stuff like that, lying in kind of like cribs and up in the attic. The only light source up in the attic was one friggin'
naked bulb, like a naked bulb just hanging there.
So, and it was dark.
You can tell the people that haven't seen enough horror movies, can't you? You can just tell them. You can see them coming a mile away. You're just like setting this up to be.
Like, no.
Even as a grown, well, not grown because the house is not there anymore. But even as a, almost grown man, walking up into that attic, that was scary territory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh no, I would not have gone in that attic.
Yeah.
And the potato cellar was even worse. That
that doesn't sound
under
great.
The house, he was like,
Peter, all these stories are explaining so much.
I know.
I do want to say, so he was. I feel like he's best known. To like film fans and whatnot for what?
Sam Bottoms.
Yeah, Sam Bottoms. Yeah. Besides for Dolly Dearest, The Last Picture Show. The Last Picture Show and Apocalypse Now. I feel like those are two of the. And he also was in things like Outlaw Josie Wales and Seabiscuit and a bunch of
Josie Wales. I was just saying, I love that friggin' movie. He was also in an X-Files episode. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. And I was looking at clips from the X-Files episode, and I was like, "What? I recognize
it's the Stigmata one."
Oh, okay.
From season, I think.
More importantly, around that time, he was also in Project Shadow Chaser 3.
And up from the dip.
Yeah, I think it might be. That's straight to video. It
sounds very Full Moon.
It does. I don't know if it actually was. I also had Christopher Atkins in it, so that's kind of cool.
Not to knock Full Moon movies. I enjoy the hell out of a lot of them.
Of course. I'm looking just to verify. I do not see Charles Band's name on it, so I do not think it is a Charles Band.
It just sounds like one of those titles.
It does. 100% does. I agree with you. 100%. So
the director.
Those two. Oh, well, we'll get to him in 1 second. Yeah. I did want to say, what I love, this story to me is Duel without the truck, which also explains why I like Duel so much. It's that, because in the book too, and have you guys ever read Duel? The Matheson story?
No, I don't think I read it.
I actually just read it for the first time about a month ago because I have a compilation. But so Duel I've read, and much like Deathwatch, Duel and Deathwatch, the problem you have in adapting them, and you could see it in the Spielberg duel movie is the issue of it's so much of it's internal in his head. Yeah. So you have to have him, either you have to do it as like a narration monologue through his head, which is what obviously he did a lot in Duel, or in this one, you have to do the thing where the guy like under his breath says something so that the audience can at least know what the heck is going on. It doesn't bother me like in Duel. I know some people don't like that. It doesn't bother me because you need to know what he's thinking to some degree. Otherwise it would just be him, fishtailing and going off the road, and
basically a silent movie.
Basically, for all intents and purposes.
No dialogue.
But it definitely has like that duel. First of all, where they shot it is very similar, probably in the same general location.
It's a hot movie.
It's very
and dusty. Yeah,
and I remember that about the book too. They really drive home the environment. Like Rob White's descriptions, if memory serves, is very good about how hot it is, and then how subsequently freezing cold it is. And I seem to recall, and obviously, as we say always on the show, we have lots of spoilers, so I'm about to spoil something. But towards the end, it's on YouTube, by the way, for anybody who wants to go see it before we spoil it. I think the only catch to that is having watched. Did you guys watch it on YouTube? Is that what you watched it on?
Yeah. I did. Yeah.
Did you have to sit through a gajillion commercials like we did? My God, it seemed like this had more commercials in it than anything I've ever watched on YouTube.
It had commercials.
It had a couple,
But also, if you don't want commercials, you could look it up on archive.org. It's also there.
Okay. I think with this movie, the other thing was they did a great job with the location, the environment, but that moment towards the end where he's like laying under the dirt with the tube. I seem to recall that's directly from the book as well. I think he does that in the book to get the upper hand on Madec. And so I do not remember. I have to reread the book, and we'll get to it, I'm sure, is the ending of what happens with the sort of like the primary evidence that would exonerate Ben and implicate Madec. But I do seem to remember there being something like that where Madec, because he is so slick and he's a lawyer and the whole gaslighting and all that is an element of the book. Like I said, this is shockingly similar to the book. My reaction to this versus the other movie, I remember after seeing Beyond the Reach 10 years ago and thinking, well, crap, they still didn't do it right. And then, but this one, my reaction was, well, other than it being extremely dated because it's a 1970s TV movie, from that perspective, it's extremely good adaptation. It's very accurate.
You know, if this had just, I think, a little bit more action and was maybe slightly more violent, this could have been like a drive-in grindhouse.
Yeah, movie. It has that look, man. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes. For sure, yeah.
Did you see that Rockford's dad was in this?
I grew up watching the Rockford Files. I love that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I recognized him and I couldn't place him.
That's
okay.
Rocky.
Yeah.
And that's the actor. Which one is Noah Berry? Okay, I recognized him. Okay. And then of course, don't forget Roscoe P. Coltrane is up in this mug. Really? Dukes of Hazzard. Roscoe P. Coltrane is in this thing.
Yeah.
James Best is there. And interesting side note, acting coach to Quentin Tarantino and a bunch of other famous people apparently.
No, I'm kidding.
He's apparently he was like a prolific acting teacher. I'm
just saying Quentin Tarantino's not very good at that. He's good at directing, but he's not good at
acting. I think that's probably why he shifted to directing full time. Though he still loves to put himself in his own movies. No.
That's right. He was Coltrane.
No, I did used to watch Dukes of Hazzard as a kid too, but I revisited it once a few years ago for a minute, and I didn't go back, but I loved it as a kid. Oh yeah, well, there's certain shows that I almost just want to leave in my memory. That, Knight Rider, A-Team, I know going back to them, they're just not going to be the same. You know what I mean? I still, of the ones I've revisited, I don't want to go off on a whole tangent, but I still really enjoy Magnum P.I. I still enjoy A-Team. Knight Rider wasn't as fun as I remembered it. Yeah. I think a lot of it for me is the sets and the hair and the clothes. Oh, sure. Anything else. I love that time capsule. I sat like a 57-year-old dork watching DuckTales the other night. The original show. Was DuckTales around? You were. I'm not assuming this to be my usual rude self. I'm saying
Weren't you a little? Because I would feel like I was too old for DuckTales.
No, but I watched them with my kids when they were
oh, okay, that's
little,
different.
And then I
got it.
There,
no. It's like Wild Kratts or Dinosaur Train. I have weird nostalgia because that was what my kids watched. I obviously
Dinosaur Train.
Yeah, my kids loved Dinosaur Train and Wild Kratts.
Yeah, a friend of mine, when her daughter was a toddler, was really into Dinosaur Train, and we would make jokes about how people were sitting in a boardroom and were like, "What do children like? They like dinosaurs, and they like trains.
What else they like?
Let's put them together."
Yeah,
Although I really liked the little raptor conductor guy.
Oh yeah, that was a genius move. Let's just be frank; it was a genius idea. But yeah, no, so. I get what you guys are saying. And honestly, I mean, for the love of God, we're literally doing a podcast right now where the whole point is we go back and watch really old stuff and enjoy it. But the difference is these are things I've never seen before versus the stuff that I've got all that baggage in my head, from being a child and watching them. But I will say again, certain sitcoms, like we're almost done. We watched almost all the Jeffersons, and it is interesting to watch too how like shows, if you watch them kind of back to back to back to back like that, you binge watch it, how you can literally see the effect of the time it's in. How it changes, how funny it is or isn't anymore. It's an interesting exercise. So all that to be said, Savages is the movie we're covering.
Yes.
So also known as Deathwatch, the better title.
We went from Rockford Files to Dukes of Hazzard to James Best. Yes, he was also in one of my favorite westerns from way back called Winchester 73.
Okay, he was also in one of Jason Groom's favorite movies of all time, The Killer Shrews.
Killer Shrews, yeah, I saw that. The Winchester 73. I covered that with Dave way back when we covered westerns.
So. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Was that the We Deal in Blood podcast?
No. This was on his own podcast. Like he said, he had to go to Sweden to find someone to talk westerns with.
Of course, that tracks.
Yeah.
Now, Randy Boone, who by the way just passed away this year.
You did? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it says 2025, so it was really recent. Yeah. Let's see the
ton of TV shows.
Actually, August. He just passed away on August 28th, and it just says undisclosed. But being that he was born in 42, so he was a year older than my dad, I'm just going to throw out there, if my dad were still alive, he would be in his mid-80s now. That's probably a contributing factor. But yeah, he's one of those very recognizable actors, especially again for westerns and all that kind of stuff from that era.
A ton of TV. So.
Although he was only in 23 things, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, but it's a face you kind of like. Okay.
Yeah, that's just weird. I feel like he would have been in a lot more stuff than that, but yeah, I recognized him for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
And the cast is really small, like really
it's
small.
Not, I mean, you're in, but basically you have Andy Griffith and Sam Bottoms, and
that's the two. Yeah, they were the two, and then these other supporting ones. Yeah.
So, the director.
Yes, the director.
V.H. Katzin.
Yeah. Okay. Do we know him? Has he done something we know?
Well, yeah, probably. Done a lot of TV movies. Strange Homecoming, Jake Spanner, Private Eye. I think I've seen that one. He did a lot of TV, and then a couple of movies. And Le Mans is one with the car racing with
Steve McQueen.
Yeah, I think that's the one. And one called World Gone Wild.
That's not like a Girls Gone Wild thing, is it?
No. World Gone Wild.
Yeah, the world takes its top off.
Yeah, the world gets drunk at Mardi Gras.
Bruce Dern.
It makes bad choices.
Michael Paré, Adam Ant.
Oh, wow.
Julius Carey Jr., Lord Bowler from... and one Catherine Mary Stewart.
Ah, there's the connection. Awesome.
Yeah. That's what you mentioned when she was looking out kind of when we mentioned Savages later.
You know what? I've seen this poster and I wanted to see this movie. I've never seen this movie.
I watched it.
Did you? Oh, you lucky.
Peter did all of his homework.
Man, you really did. Oh, this was awesome.
It is actually a pretty cool movie.
It looks like one of those awesome 80s post-apocalyptic.
It's a post-apocalyptic. Like it starts with Bruce Dern saying that there's a huge war where they use the nuclear weapons, and then he pauses a little bit and says, all of the nuclear weapons.
I think I maybe saw some photos.
I love that poster. I love this poster.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It's so funny because it's a poster is the kind that probably the only way the poster could be better is if it was like drawn by Drew Struzan or something.
Yeah.
But it's that one of those posters where they're obviously on some kind of stage and they used all the actual actors.
This is cool.
Yeah, I actually kind of dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Watch the movie. It's on YouTube. It's easily found, and it's
okay.
Didn't he just pass away?
Who? Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
It's not that long ago.
This is a bum. This is a bummer of an episode.
Yeah. Sorry for that. No, so that's kind of cool. He's done a lot of Katzen's done a lot of TV episodes of different shows, but that's what Catherine mentioned when she was looking through the movie. Oh, he directed me in World Gone Wild. I was like, oh, and then sadly she couldn't be here today.
Yeah. Well, she's always welcome and always missed when she can't be here. So
no, but go watch World Gone Wild. That is it's so cheesy, and I loved every bit of it.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
So just so you guys
Adam
know,
Andis, he's a good villain.
So Savages is on VHS on eBay right now with no current bids for $25.
That's not too bad.
I mean, that means I guess it was never put out on DVD.
Wait, what? That's
Savages.
Okay,
was it? No, I don't know. Was it? I don't think it was.
Let's see if there's anything on the IMDb. That sometimes there's or Wikipedia. Sometimes it says something about releases. Hang on.
Yeah.
Nope.
Never. Wow.
I'm not sure. I can't find anything.
I'm always flabbergasted, like how many movies that just have never been put on anything past VHS. It's just always
sad because maybe they should watch this show and think, you know what? There's
actually at least three. There's at least three goofballs.
Yeah.
who would be willing to buy the physical media.
Yeah.
But no.
This is a movie I'd like to have on the show.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That whole the way that Andy Griffith's what was his Madec?
Madec. Yeah.
Being kind of like knowing he's watching poor Ben stumble around, just sitting somewhere watching. And that, oh my God, that scene where he's mixing the drink and he's just standing there and he's cheering him and he's lying there.
So he's cruel. He's cruel. Yeah. He's like what all villains should be. He's cruel.
Yes.
I'm annoyed, by the way. I literally I am today years old when I discovered I could have watched this freaking movie on Prime ad free. God, that's
really?
What? Yes, it's on Prime. I'm looking at it right now. Yes.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
I will say the YouTube upload had ads, but it was a pretty decent quality.
The one the quality was great, but I swear it felt like every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, I had an ad.
I miss when YouTube wasn't upset about ad blockers because I used to have ad blockers up on YouTube, and it was a delightful experience.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes.
So
this is on Prime.
Yeah, apparently so.
How they make their livings.
Okay.
Yep, yep. But
it should be on Prime, so
here's the thing. I really got nothing else to say about this movie other than I really liked it. I highly recommend people watch it.
I got that thought when we were kind of going into TV land, watching the shows. You were afraid to watch the old shows. I was like, this kind of happens when we watch the movie we like.
I think this is. Go ahead.
It's a quick story too.
Yes,
so it's a simple story. It's a quick story. I will say I really felt like I could relate to the main character, Ben.
Yeah.
Like he was very believable and I would never agree to go alone in the desert with a weird old rich man because I'm pretty sure I would end up dead.
Why?
But the whole, him being reluctant and him wanting to study nature and being kind of appalled at this person was like, on all levels. And then I was watching him and actively thinking about, well, where would I hide? What would I do?
Yes.
In order to try to survive.
I'd die. That's
the barefoot part. It was kind of the hardest for me. I'm such a tenderfoot. Like I do not walk barefoot places, so it really messed me up.
Yeah. That's in the book too, if memory serves. Now the one element in this that I get why they did it, but I don't recall this being in the original book, is his relationship with the old miner. Like they try to make this connection.
Yeah,
and I think it's purely just what's interesting to me about the book is it's one of those things that's asking like the sort of moral question of, what's the right thing to do. And it's not, he doesn't have any particular, he could easily say, yeah, fine, let's cover this up. No harm, no foul. And I guess
it's a morality tale too in the book, I suppose. Then. This is the right thing to do.
I think this guy, I think it hit more because he knew this guy and really liked him. But I think had it been a stranger, he still would have been like,
yes. Again, that's what it is. That's what it's in the book. Exactly. Yeah. It's like this is the wrong thing to do.
I mean, I kind of think had the guy just shot a you instead of he's like, oh, instead of a human, I think later he'd be reporting into the game warden.
I would have.
Be like,
this guy's a jerk. So
I
wouldn't say anything, but I'd be later being like, so this person.
Well, there's actually scenes in this that are pretty tense. When he finally gets when he's been sleeping outside with the tubes and he's buried, and then Madec backs that Jeep up. I was like, okay. Are you real? And I was like, okay, come on. And then he stops finally, and then he walks up, and then Ben sneaks into the tent and starts putting on his socks and putting on clothes in the tent. I was like, no, you grab the things, go outside behind the Jeep, and but he sits down, but then it adds to the whole.
It had good suspense.
And then the slingshot.
Oh yeah, the good old. And by the way, and it was totally like it hit me. It's like, oh, it's David and Goliath. So what this is. 100%. 100%. And I loved too how Madec, because he's such a wonderful sociopath, keeps his cool, never loses it. It's like that's the problem, right? When you're young and you're emotional and you're kind of like going to just be reactive, that's going to immediately dissuade all the other adults in the room from believing you. Whereas this guy's just very like, hey, I don't know why he's so upset. Right, that makes it 1,000 times worse. He's like, you know that prick is lying, but everyone's just going to assume that the old, the dapper old guy is like, he's cool, calm, and collected.
And the deputy's story about him finding him like lying naked in the desert kind of doesn't help him all that much.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he had to be naked, other than he was trying to make the vultures think he was dead. Was that the thought process?
I think so.
I hope. Yeah, but also, I hope.
I was a little surprised because I just thought, well, these guys
know him.
Like these know
they
this
know him.
Kid, and they, enough to recommend him as a tracker.
Yeah. And I will say too, but actually what I like, it goes against the trope, which is if you're an outsider, right, that all the town folk are going to gather around their own. I kind of actually dug that they weren't doing that initially, because to be fair, I got it. Look, the local law enforcement in this town was not corrupt, because that's the other thing I thought too. You could obviously have the angle that Madec pays them off, right? Like to them, $10,000, especially in that era, right, would have been huge.
He could have easily,
but the fact that they weren't viable, and that they actually were considering the evidence they had at hand, and in that moment they didn't have any evidence other than the two stories basically.
Maybe we should tell the people, because when after Ben has kind of got the upper hand on Madec, which he finally does, and he takes Madec and he shoots him with the slingshot, which I kind of cheered. Because I like that. You old bastard, you got what you deserve. And they take the body and drive into town again. And Madec sees the slingshot in the Jeep when Ben walks in and faints. Yeah. And when they go to search the Jeep, the slingshot has disappeared.
Yeah.
So the only piece of evidence of that, it's gone.
It's the only piece of evidence that corroborates Ben's story. Exactly. I also did love in that vein, though. I love because when Ben found the slingshot at the old miners' camp, he had found some pictures too, and he had taken them and he had them on him when they're talking to the police. And what I loved is when he hands them to the sheriff or whoever, and then Madec does the whole that doesn't prove that he found him with he's like, I know what circumstantial evidence is, Mr. Madec. Like he was just very much, I know you think you're so much smarter than all of us simple town folk, but I'm fully aware of what the hell the problem. And I think you could tell, and I thought it was well done, where they wanted to believe Ben because they know him. Yeah. But if you're doing it by the letter of the law, the evidence is what the evidence is. And right now we don't have anything to corroborate what you're saying. Now, to be
a smart story.
Yeah, it was. It was well played. It was well done. I mean, it went against certain stereotypes and ideas that would have felt very tropey otherwise. Now, I will say, I do not remember. Again, massive spoiler alert. It turns out, and it is clever that he did, because it could have done this. That Madec hid the slingshot inside of the gas. What do you call that? Where they basically pump the gas in from the truck, so they bring the trucks in the ground. And I like that. I thought it was a cool. I just don't remember if that's in the book. I don't remember if that's how it plays out.
Check it.
I don't know how quick. Let's see.
Listen to Joel flip through a book.
This is riveting podcast.
A few hours later.
Yeah, a few hours later.
It was a cool, and I mean, the way you find out is when he's pumping gas into the car and it kind of misfires. You're like, you're thinking, what the hell's going on? And then Ben realizes there's something probably blocking it, and that's kind of when Madec knows the game's up.
Okay, so interestingly, they're talking to the doctor in the last 2 pages, and they are discussing the idea of like some kind of buckshot being buried in Madec's skin, and they have the slingshot. Okay. So I don't know. Again, so the slingshot is a factor. I just don't recall. It doesn't seem to imply.
You can read it to the next episode, and you can.
I'll report back.
You can. It's a quick read.
Yeah, it is.
I'm reading the Running Man again just to.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm hearing mixed things. I really wanted to see that movie because I love Edgar Wright and I love actually Glenn Powell is really grown on me. I really like that guy, and it looked like fun, but I'm hearing very mixed things. So I'm like,
yeah, but that's every movie.
I know, dude. Yeah, but. True. I heard mixed things about Predator Badlands, and I hate to say it, but for me, they were kind of right because it's not great. I wanted it to be different than it was, but that is not what we're here to talk about, kids.
No, savages.
We're here to talk
about
slingshot. So anyway, needless to say, I think that this movie is definitely worth watching.
I love you. Wow. Okay. Sorry.
P.S. I love you too.
P.H. Cat's been some of the shows he directed episodes of. P.S. I Love You. Remember that one?
No.
Really?
No. Is there a movie called P.S. I Love You?
That's a title I would see, and I would be like, hard pass.
Yeah, I know.
What that's about.
I feel like at this stage of the game, Allyson, we know you well enough that I could have guessed that. I could have been like, I don't see Allyson digging a movie called
episodes of Automan.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah, Automan. I know.
Space 1999.
I know that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the Heat of the Night.
Okay. The TV show. I assume not the movie with Sidney Poitier. Yeah.
And then Miami Vice, MacGyver, Renegade.
A lot of with Lamas, Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah.
See, that'd be a show that'd be fun to revisit because it's probably super cheeseball. And like just
I've
hilarious.
Seen a couple of episodes in
it's super cheeseball.
It is, and I'm kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah,
when he's driving off, like
the long flowing locks.
Yeah.
I'm a jealous bald man. I don't have those locks.
I kind of don't want long hair anymore.
No, heck no. It's too much of a pain in the ass. No offense, Allyson.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, savages.
So savages. No, I honestly, this is the problem when I actually really just love a movie. It's like, I loved it. Go watch it. It's the shortest podcast ever.
Allyson,
what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I could never probably get away with murdering someone because I shed constantly and I would leave hair at the scene no matter how careful I was. I would have to, like, a lot of Forensic
Files. Yes, you would.
Some kind of, like, swim cap or something. If I can even get this all under there.
You have to shave, like, every bit of body hair, and then, you have to... Yeah,
they would probably find
I don't desire to harm anyone, but even if I
if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. You got to do it right.
You have to be really thorough. Like, anyone watch the movie Gattaca?
I have not, but I know it. I never did see it. Ethan Hawke, right?
Yeah, where he's assumed another's identity to kind of get out into space, and he has to hide when he scrubs down and burns, incinerates everything and clothes and everything. It's just, you have to really, really be thorough.
No.
and it doesn't work either. So.
Nope.
But it's a really good movie. If people haven't seen Madec, watch it.
I know. It's one of those. I don't know why I never saw it. I always wanted to watch it
twice, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Never seen it.
Too, I think.
Oh, nice.
So, and a good friend of mine has it.
Well, any other final thoughts about this? I was going to say major motion picture, but it's actually just a TV movie.
Yeah,
but,
I think it's not just a TV
you know what
movie.
I mean. Major motion picture implies like a huge release, and it doesn't have all that. Though it should have.
People can gather at that we all like.
Yeah, I think this is the top. For me, this is actually pretty top. Like when we talk about our little
really
bell curve.
Thriller. Yeah. It's
this the one side being made up of like Dead of Night, Night Terror, the one with Valerie Harper, those kind of movies, and the other side being anything with Susan Lucci. I'm joking.
Knew he was.
Welcome to or Invitation to Hell. So good.
No, Invitation to Hell. This is courtesy of Drew and Allison. They send me movie posters, and every time they send me something, I get a Susan Lucci card, which I find hilarious and I love. And it's up here on my display case.
Kind of makes you wonder how many I have.
One of my kids asked me that, think, why do they have so many Susan Lucci cards?
That's when you
they're
said because
fans,
of your
man.
dad.
They're fans. Yeah. Yes, they're fans.
I kind of knew Allyson and Drew put those cards in whenever they send you something.
Yeah, I know, it's hilarious. So I don't know, man. I dug the movie. I like it.
It was a really tight, well acted, good story, and really, really good.
Andy Griffith, an excellent villain.
Yeah, and like Allyson said, it just moves quickly.
Yeah.
So
it is sometimes it is. I will say sometimes from a podcasting perspective, it's easier if like I absolutely loathe the movie because then it'd be like, oh my, where do we start?
To talk about,
yeah.
It does make a fun conversation, but I also like it's nice to enjoy the walk.
Yes, yes.
I came home. I had a sandwich from my favorite sandwich shop in Portland. Shout out to Taste Tickler. And I sat down with my sub sandwich, and I put this on, and I had a really good time. Nice.
Well, I will say too that I've concluded TV movies from the 70s are my favorite because I do like some of the ones you covered from the 80s. Like there have been several that I really liked.
A completely different vibe.
Yes,
and then we move into the 90s, and it's again.
Yeah. And what's weird about the 90s, I would have thought because of just I was like enough of a young teenager-ish. Like, maybe it's that sweet spot where
we never know. There might pop up something.
I know
that
there might be.
We don't know that, but I agree with you. The 70s had a certain.
I think what it was is honestly, Peter, tell me if you think this is right. I think it's because they truly treated the TV movie of the week was actually a big deal.
Yes.
Like it was actually a big damn deal.
Yeah.
And I think you can tell, you can see the level of craft and the fact, like, look at Spielberg's Duel. I mean, I know we'll eventually cover that as a bonus, but that's like, yes, I get it, Spielberg, but he wasn't Spielberg then. So,
sir, it'll pop up when you choose the correct number. Duel will come up.
I thought Duel had to be a bonus because we've all seen it.
No, we don't have bonuses
I have not seen it.
We just.
You what? You're lying. You're lying like a rug. There's no way.
I've never seen Duel.
Why do rugs lie?
They do. They lie.
I want to discuss that.
No, are you serious right now? Are you messing with me?
No, I'm not messing with you. I
am legit. How the hell? You have literally seen the most obscure stuff we've covered, and yet you've never seen. That's amazing. Like that.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I can't wait to do that when
that makes me happy because I can't wait for you to see it.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I haven't. I have not seen it.
No, but to go back to the movie of the week thing.
Yes.
Because that's when it was. Because the other night I kind of went on a YouTube and I was searching out. There's a Danish show on Fridays. It was kind of like an all-night show where they had like entertainment, live acts, guests, and then you came to a certain point. Then, excuse me. They showed like an episode of a TV show. Like that's where we found like Bergerac and a lot of the what is it called? What was it? Night Court? Well, no, not Night Court. The gun with Killian. Where he's talking on the radio. Oh God, Midnight Caller. Isn't that the one? What is it called? Damn it, Jack Killian.
Isn't Killian the name of Richard Dawson's character in Running Man?
No. Hang it. God damn it. It was a show. He was on the radio and he was a late night radio host and then thought, God damn it. Jack Killian was his name on it. Anyway, they had that, and then they went back to this whole show with the guests and live stuff with artists and everything, and then it ended with a movie. And that was every Friday. It was in the 90s. I think it went for all of the 90s. So every Friday, you kind of sat down and watched this show for entertainment, and then the interviews, an episode of a TV show, and then a movie. And I like that kind of TV.
Yeah.
Where you have a one channel kind of owns the whole evening. I think it went on from, was it 7 or 8 o'clock, and then the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That's why I like this, like, movie of the week.
Yeah.
Back then, okay, so this show was the 90s, but in the 70s, you treated the movies like this is what you watch, and it was a big thing.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, a whole chunk of households were watching this all at the same time when these came out.
Yeah. This is I need to, Nightcaller?
That sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar, but I don't know.
Nightcaller.
Okay.
The Nightcaller. No, that's not it.
Well, while Peter's figuring that out,
This is going to drive me nuts.
Allyson. Oh, I know. I'm about to throw it over to you to tell everyone they can find you. We probably should do something first.
Yeah, hang on. I need to. Yeah. Okay.
So let's see here. Who picked Savages?
I think you did, actually.
Well, good. Hold on.
Oh,
Who do we blame?
no, I shouldn't have said
I'm going
that.
to pat myself on the back.
Cool. You do that. Get in a good stretch.
Yeah, get a little. There you go. It really is the dumbest thing ever to be like either happy and or upset at anybody for picking a random number.
See if I can find it on the Swedish. There you go. I can find it on the Swedish. Midnight Caller.
No, yes, of course.
With Gary Cole. No, stop it, Cole. Thou art mocking me, sir.
With Gary Cole?
Yeah, Gary Cole.
Is it the guy from American Gothic? Gary Cole, was he the actor from like Brady
That was
Bunch?
a good show. I like that show.
Was that guy from the guy played he played the dad in the Brady Bunch movies too, right? And then Gary Cole, am I remember that right? Okay. Right?
And he was in Office Space.
Yes.
hang on.
Yeah, him. Yes, that guy.
CBS reports.
I kind of can make him out.
Can you see him? Kind of. I don't know.
Yes, that's him. I can tell by the hair. Yes, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, Midnight. Yeah, he was in American Gothic too. Yeah.
Yep.
I would watch that show when I think I was in junior high when it came out. And I was like, this show's so creepy.
It was
What,
creepy. How was that
Caller?
the kid from American Gothic? Wasn't the kid from Lucas Black from Sling Blade? Wasn't he in it?
Yeah. And I think that I want to say that show is like a proto-American horror story. Like it was like a weird way before the American Horror Story came out.
Yeah,
it had a very similar energy to it.
Yeah,
this is the premise for Midnight Caller. An ex-cop hosts a late-night talk radio program while getting involved with the listeners' problems in his off time. It is a really good show. There are some really, really good episodes in it. The one with one of his friends dying in AIDS, that was kind of left you kind of sad. It was
as it would. Was it? So was it an American show, or were you saying it was a Danish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That Danish show was kind of like the whole program, the night with interviews and entertainment and everything, and then you had an episode of like Bergerac, Midnight Caller, and then the show came back with more entertainment and interviews, and then it ended with the movie.
Okay.
So that was that's kind of where we found a lot of these. Like Bergerac was a really good show too. So
it's like an epic variety show with teasers of things you could watch.
Well, no, we got the whole series of them. So
okay.
All right. Well, on that note, Allyson, would you like to pick a number between 1 and 1,000,000? Apparently,
1 and 70. Oh shit! I added 1, so 1 and 77. Sorry. I think we talked about it, and I
really 76 was Savages.
Was it?
Yeah, it was actually 76 was what I picked for Savages.
Yes.
Have we picked 55 yet?
Nope, not according to my list.
Okay.
Let's see. 55. We are staying in the 70s.
Thank God.
1977, and it's called The Possessed.
Ooh.
I have no idea.
That's a
been
maybe.
So long.
That sounds familiar.
But I feel like there's been several movies with that title, haven't there been? Even from
there's This House Possessed, which has already been done, hasn't it?
Isn't there like
that's the smart home one.
Isn't there a movie called The Possessed that's kind of was actually, this is like a bit more of a theatrical movie, but it been from that late 70s time period, right?
What was the year? What was the year for this one?
77.
Yeah, it's The Possessed.
Because I feel like there's probably so many things called that.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
I'm gonna cheat.
I'm just gonna look because I'm trying to think of.
Oh my God! Dude, when you see who's in it, holy crap, that's gonna be cool. If it's the right movie, okay. You saw it, you know. Let's not give it away.
I have not seen this before. That's all
cool.
Say.
All right, I don't know anything about it other than who one person might be. Yeah,
well,
man.
Okay, so I've been keeping a list on Letterboxd of every single TV horror and suspense or sci-fi movie I've seen.
That cast?
And I
Holy hell. Sorry.
Slowly inching my way to 100. So I'm excited whenever we cover something new because when I'm over 90 now. Add it to the list.
Nice. All right, you're close. All right, sweet.
I think I'm at like 91 or 92 after this most recent watch, and then now there's another one we're gonna do. Which
so what you're saying is the pressure is now on me to pick the correct movie that you haven't seen that doesn't suck.
This cat, oh my God, this is.
Well, I just saw one name. I was like, okay, especially because it's 1977.
Right? You're like, hello, I'm listening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy hell.
When you consider that's the same year that individual was in something else that maybe some people have seen. That's kind of awesome.
And that's just one of the names. In this.
I'm not looking up anybody else, Peter. Some of us want to be surprised, Peter.
So if people want to watch along with us, or well, not along with us, but be prepared for the next episode. Check out Possessed.
Well, and also I wonder. I'm going to verify this in advance because I never do this in advance. I should. Is it available on?
Probably is.
Now I'm see if it's on Amazon. Okay. I don't think it's on Amazon. Not on their. No, I don't see it at all. Actually, there's a movie from 2014 called D.A. Possessed. That appears to be from another country. I'm not sure what. I kind of want to see it because it looked amazingly cheesy.
That looks like this. It has a ton of commercials. But the Possessed 1977 HD remaster is on YouTube.
Okay.
All right. No, I'm not going to watch anything. Stop it. I'm not going to watch. I don't even know the premise. I just saw the cast list, and that made me get.
I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to put devil horns on while I watch it. No,
speaking of which, I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see it. I'm wearing my Planes, Trains, and Automobiles T-shirt with the.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm just kind of like a Nosferatu Scooby-Doo.
That's great.
Yep. Indeed. All right. Well, on that note, Allyson.
Oh, yes.
Where can they find you? Because that never gets old. Me asking you that question.
Can you find me?
I'm hiding.
I'm hiding in the dirt with a slingshot for a air straw. I'm not coming out until you can find me here. You can also hear my old podcast, The Haunted Davenport, at thehaunteddavenport.com or on Apple Podcasts or on Podbean. You can see Halloween stuff that I do with my husband on Instagram at Clark Memorial Gardens, or you can check out my art at Little Wing Fairy Art across all social media platforms.
Sweet.
Except for TikTok, because TikTok makes my brain hurt. I'm too old for TikTok.
Yeah.
This sounded like she's rehearsed this, because it was like it's like you're reading off a script.
She's used to
what Joel told me.
She's used to the idiot to her right asking that question every single time.
I mean, when did I join this show? I've been on here for a while.
It's been a
minute. It's been a minute. Yeah.
I want to say it was around the time of the COVID lockdown.
Yeah, the coof.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's interesting? 2018 is when we did that very first episode. Then we did like a year and a half where we didn't do anything.
It took a whole year before because we thought
episode 2.
Yeah, we really do need to do an episode. Yeah, we need to lock down a date.
the William Shatner on an airplane one.
Was that the first one?
Didn't you?
I have a list. I have the whole.
Yeah.
I keep all our seasons on a list.
You guys did like 3 or 4 before I joined.
Yeah, just a couple. Yeah, so the very first one was The Haunted, then The House That Would Not Die, then Vampire,
yeah,
Home for the Holidays, A Taste of Evil.
Taste of Evil.
Oh, Taste of Evil was my first one.
Yeah, I literally have that on my list as Allison's first movie. Yep. Yes. So we only did 4 before you, and one of those was like almost 2 years before we did the next one.
And I had seen all of the ones that you covered prior, except for Vampire, which I watched because I listened to the episode.
There you go. See,
that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I actually remember.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
It was bleaker than I was expecting.
Yeah. Yes. And that was the same year. That was the same season. We finished it off with the bonus of Invitation to Hell, the one and only Susan Lucci movie.
Yes,
I will stand by.
Well, it's Wes Craven.
Yes, I know. Yeah. I realize there's my bias is inherent because of that fact.
And all the great '80s kid actors.
Yes.
You know, you have
it was a Soleil Moon Frye.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. All right, so Peter. No, Peter. Where? We're going to find you.
Yeah, I will. She mentioned the slingshot and buried. I just thought about that because he removes those tubes pretty easily from the slingshot.
Yes.
And when he adds them again, he like this and puts them back. Would that not when he?
Yeah, it would just pop right out. Yes, there'd be no tension.
It would hurt him.
You know what, Peter? Peter, here's the key though. Did you think about that while the movie was playing or just now? It wasn't while the movie was playing.
No,
see, so that's the Spielbergian rule. If you can get to the story and it doesn't, it's like afterwards, whatever, who cares? While you're in the story, that's when it matters the most. Yeah. It's sort of like, Monday morning quarterbacking it after the fact. Yes, no.
It doesn't work like that. I just thought of it. Like, wait, would that actually work? Never mind. They can find me here on the tube. And you can go back in time. Well, not that far. Not that far because we did Spooky Flicks Fest, so Retro Movie Geek, and on social medias. I almost said TikTok. I'm not.
No,
that even worse. But like Letterboxd and Facebooks and Instagrams and they could probably. I think the written reviews are up on the site retromoviegeek.com.
Yep, I believe they are.
If I'm not completely mistaken, I think
you are not completely mistaken. I believe they are.
Yeah. So that's where, but mostly here. We forget to add this all the time on the Mom and Pop Video Shop YouTube channel. That's where we are.
Yeah, that's right. Because if you're just listening to the audio only version, there's a video version
where you can watch all of this.
This stuff. This. you can see my brace face, which I found out today.
Oh, and you can see my boo-boo.
That's why I wear a hat. This is my fake hair. It's called my hat.
And I hit my head.
I'm representing a local coffee shop. You what? What'd you do?
A boo-boo. See, this pointing thing here, that's just
so. Were you shaving? That's why I get my boo-boos when I shave.
No, I bumped my head at work. I was sitting there cleaning up, and I kind of turned around, and something was there.
Tell me this. Is it not true? People with hair don't realize what a wonderful sensor that is. Yes. I bump my head more since I didn't have hair because you don't know. It's like you don't have any. Like with hair, it will warn you.
Like the whiskers.
Yeah. It's a little. Yeah, it's a little bit of a warning system. You feel it before you hit it. But when you don't have that, boy, oh boy, it hurts like hell. But yeah, Peter, we hope you feel better soon, my friend. And yes, watch us on YouTube.
And on another video channel, you would have gotten.
Well, and you guys hit your 1,000 subscriber mark a while back, so congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah, we're at one. I think as of today, like 1,027 or something. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed, and if you haven't yet, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate you.
We can't swear anymore.
Well, you can
all of a sudden.
You can technically. You have to. Once it gets monetized, you have to there's rules. There's certain rules one must abide by. There's certain rules.
The not for children label on everything.
Well, I don't have that. I have that anyway. So I don't know.
Every time Daryl and Peter.
I have that tattooed on me somewhere. Not suitable for children.
Not suitable for children.
I was born with that.
No, I'm not. No. Never mind.
Peter, behave yourself. So if we, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so Mom Video Shop for sure on YouTube. Jay and the Dead's New Horror Movies. Be sure to check that out. We've got old episodes of Retro Movie Geek on the YouTube channel. Also, Tyson and I put out every Monday we have a movie recommendation. Like you've come into the video shop on a Friday, even though we put it on a Monday. Don't know why we do that, but we do. And we
recorded any new ones.
Yes, actually, I need to tell you about this.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the reminder, Peter. Yes, actually, we've got them all done through December, January, into the beginning of February. Actually,
thank you.
Yes, I will tell you.
Another thing.
Yes.
This drops on the
20, whatever the day before Thanksgiving in the States. 26th, I think. Yeah. Is
there something happening on the Mom and Pop Video channel, like in early December?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Movie dropping, I think.
What are you talking about?
The One Who Waits.
That thing. Yeah. Actually, as this drops the following week, that Friday, we are premiering the short film we made called The One Who Waits Below. It will be premiering at the drive-in, which is just that
is just mind-boggling. I read that Tyson put up a post about it. I was like, wait, what?
That's
so
am I not
there? I'm nerding about that more than you ever. And weirdly, it also makes me happy. It plays before. I keep wanting to say Freddie got fingered. Damn it! Why do I keep doing that? Kind of Five Nights
movie.
at Freddy's 2.
2. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it will be playing before that.
At Five Nights at
No, different. That's a totally different movie at a different drive-in.
That's the porn parody.
Yeah, that's the porn parody. Yeah. And so, which I don't know why that makes me happy. It just does. Because I realized Skeet Ulrich apparently is in the sequel, which my mind is blown. I saw the trailer. He's in the
really?
No, I don't think so. He's just in it. At least it looked like him. But anyway,
you know where I'm going to screen The One Who Waits? Well, not that I haven't seen it before, maybe more than once.
No.
I might put it on the projector and watch it.
That'd be fun. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. I just realized that the other day. I watched it the first time when you sent it, like with the little. I watched it on my phone.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm going to watch this on the.
Technically, you can watch it in 4K, Peter, because I did upload it to 4K. So
nice.
It is super fancy.
So watch it, people.
Oh yeah, so December 8th, though, as far as the channel goes, it's going to be live on the channel on December 8th officially. So please do like it, watch it. Hopefully, like it. Like I'm telling you to like it. Watch it, like it. Like
don't listen to Joel.
Support, support. We appreciate your support.
I've seen it. It's really, really good.
But see, you would say that because you're my friend.
Well, or would you
would you do the thing where you're friends with somebody and they make something you don't really like it? You go, "Hey, it was really good work, buddy. It was interesting."
It was.
I may have done it.
It was really interesting.
No, I dug it. Everything about it, the camera work and the music and everything, and it's a movie that feels hot because that was a sweaty movie.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
The poster's really cool too.
And honestly, I feel like here's the thing. I love that people are seeming to dig it. And that makes me super you have no idea how happy that makes me. But it's like of everything I've ever been involved with making, I mean, I'm the most proud of how it turned out, and to the point where, and I also feel like you will get this like artistically, like I just dig it. So I'm super, it's awesome if other people like it. Yeah. But it's kind of like, even if everybody else hated it, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I like it.
Well, unless you're getting paid gratuitous amounts of money to do creative stuff, you hopefully would
like what you do
and doing it to entertain yourself and to stay sharp and creative. And
when I was watching, I came to one point in the movie, not going to say anything. I was like, "Is that Tyson?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was like,
"Yep,
that's Tyson."
Yeah, he did a great job, by the way. Did he not?
Yeah.
Small part, but he did really good. Yeah. There are no small parts, only small actors.
That's what he said.
That's what she said. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, and hopefully everybody enjoys it. And legitimately, I appreciate anybody watching it, taking the time. That's what I was trying to say earlier, but then I was getting all over myself here. But if you do like it, what's that?
And Piles.
Jason Piles contributed some of the music too. Yep. So that was very cool. Yeah, everybody did awesome. I'm so happy with how everybody's involvement with it was awesome. And so definitely December 8th, it'll officially premiere on the YouTube channel. I know we have like a little intro video that we recorded separately that I will go out separately. What? Oh!
When you watch it.
The big scary Dane is telling you to watch it.
With the boo-boo on the head. God, see, I can't get this pointing. It's weird with these cameras.
Yeah, there you go, Peter. There you go. Yep. That freezes on. All right. So on that note, remember, until next time, remember, whatever it is, when it's late at night and you can't sleep, you might find yourself flipping through the channels. And if you do, beware, because you never know when you just might stumble across terror on the tube.